Hey, good morning, guys. So these are the lambs and kids that we've got on feed out here. They were grazing this sorghum sedan. It had milo in it. Actually had a lot of grain in it. Even some old corn seed we threw in it. Well, they grazed this all pretty much down. There's still some forage down there, but they grazed all the grain out of it. And we put our feeders out here, but they just haven't got onto the feeders yet. And the feeders, well, they have oats in them, and we probably made a mistake. We should have put these out before they finished up their grain out here, and they could have got onto that while they were still eating some of that milo and sorghum. Because they're just not happy. They're walking around the pasture. It's like 30 acres here with 3-wire electric around it. Actually, some of them went through that electric fence to get out on some little old short green stuff out there. If you can see in the distance, that's some oats that we planted. But there's not much out there, but they just weren't satisfied what they were finding in here. So it's going to take a few days here to get them on feed. I don't like them roaming around, not being satisfied, not being content, looking for something else. Of course, I unrolled some hay for them, and you know, they ate some of it. Some of them didn't, but they just always like something green and is better, even though that out there is not very tall. But I got the fence beefed up and got it running up around 9,000 volts, and it's keeping them in so far today. So we'll see. But yeah, just I should have known better. When you're changing feed, do it slow. Even with oats, oats are pretty safe. Oats are pretty palatable, but it's different. And now these feeders are different than what they're used to. And yeah, you can see there's still a lot of forage on the ground here, and they were doing pretty good at picking it up and eating it, and they still do some, but they're looking for that grain that was in there, and you just don't see it yet. They got it all picked out pretty well. See? They got all the corn off that corn cob there was, and every piece of milo or sorghum sedan. Here's a head. They pretty much picked it over. But there's some up the feeders all the time, and they'll get onto it. Just has to take a little longer than what I'd hoped for. It's only been, this is only about the second day, I guess. Yeah, I was hoping they would get onto it a little bit quicker. Should have known better. It's just, they're just not peaceful. But it's supposed to rain some today. I took most of those feeders up close to the loafing shed where they'll go when it rains, and they'll soon figure it out. There's already probably half of them or more that's figured it out. See, there's kind of how I got it set up, and there's several of them up there at the feeders, and the rest of them are up there eating some hay there that I unrolled up there close to the barn. And then inside the lot that we have there, put another piece of a bale. Because we wanted to at least maintain weight. We got several of them that are big enough, but our schedule's not going to let us get to the sale here in December. But we plan on January getting some in there. Well, they're still at it. I don't know who the leader is, but as soon as one or two of them start off, then the rest of them just kind of keep following. This is where they like to get out on, and there's not that much here for them. Little bitty teeny oats and triticale, hairy vetch, some radish down in there. But they're not that much, and we want to save that. These guys probably won't get out on it this year, but maybe their mothers will next year. They came up here, found out they couldn't get through the corner gate there, where we sometimes would turn them out. They haven't been out there though. Well, they were out here for a few weeks after the soybeans come off of here and before the oats came up, I guess. So maybe they'll head back up there and find that hay I unrolled for them and take on to eating out of those feeders. They'll see some others up there eating. So this little 3-wire electric fence, high tensile wires there, normally doesn't have any trouble holding them, as long as they got something good to eat out there. But when they're not content, they're looking for a way out. They just want to walk it and just make sure there's no place that I've left a gap for them. And I found a few shorts in it the other day, and I got it running up there around 9,000 volts. So I don't know. I wonder if they can sense it. I wonder if their hair kind of stands up when they get close to it, and then they know it's hotter than it was. It was running around 6,500 before that. Well, those are going to be going on up there towards the barn where some more feed is there. I think they've kind of walked around, checked it out, made sure that I didn't leave a spot for them, so maybe they'll go ahead and start eating and be satisfied. So yeah, there you go. When you change feed on them, do it kind of slow and do it before you really want them to start eating. I should have put that out there. I just figured there's enough grain they wouldn't even look at those feeders, and maybe that's true, but some of them probably would have, and kind of the other ones would have caught on then better. But they will, I'm confident. So yeah, a bunch of them come up here, in and out of the barn, eating some hay. Still making the migration. A lot more of them are up here now eating though. Still see some of them out there in the distance. Haven't quite caught on. I left one feeder clear back there, and there's quite a group hustling up around it now.